Hello everyone, welcome back to Spectrum classes. This is my next video in continuation to the iodometric and iodimetric titration. Here in this video, I am going to discuss about the back titration method, and in this titration, we are going to determine the vitamin C concentration in a given sample by back titration method. So here in this video, I will explain the back titration method in detail with all the detailed concept. Right, so let's start with the video. Here we are first going to prepare the solution and then standardization of the solution. And these two parts I have already discussed in my previous video, which is the determination of vitamin C by iodimetric method. So I am not going to discuss these two parts here in this video just because of the length of the video. I would suggest you, if you are going to prepare the solution and also doing the standardization, you please go and check that video. I will give you the link in the description box, right? Here I will discuss analyte preparation for back titration method and how we are going to titrate and what is the concept behind this back titration method, and at last we are going to do the calculation part for the back titration method. So let's start with the video. So here first we are preparing the analyte. In the analyte we are having vitamin C solution plus iodine solution, and we are going to titrate the excess of iodine with sodium thiosulfate solution. So how you are going to understand this preparation of analyte? I'm going to discuss this how to prepare this analyte here with animation, and then after I will discuss it with lab activity also, so that you will get better understanding what is called back titration and how we are going to perform this experiment. So here in this conical flask I have taken vitamin C solution, which is 20 ml, right? And to this vitamin C solution I am going to add 50 ml of iodine solution. And on addition of this iodine solution, I will get a solution like this. And this solution is known as analyte. Here I have written like this. Okay. You can further understand it in this manner. Say 20 ml of vitamin C solution is represented by this bar. Now to this we have added 50 ml of iodine solution, right? So some part of the iodine solution which I have added to this vitamin C solution reacts with this vitamin C, and some of the part, because this iodine solution is added in excess to the vitamin C solution, so some part is still left there unreacted. So the part of iodine which is in excess, or we can say which is left unreacted, that part of the iodine solution we are going to titrate against the sodium thiosulfate solution. So once we come to know that this much of iodine solution is in excess in the analyte, then we certainly come to know that how much iodine solution reacts with the vitamin C solution. If it is for you difficult to understand, let me show you the lab activity, right? This is iodine solution and this is vitamin C solution. I have taken 20 ml of this vitamin C solution in this measuring cylinder, and this 20 ml of vitamin C solution I am going to add to this conical flask which is previously rinsed and washed. To this vitamin C solution I am going to add iodine solution, and here I am going to add 50 ml of iodine solution. So first 25 ml I am going to add. After adding some iodine solution, or in previously you can add starch solution to this, so that you will get a prominent color of iodine starch complex once the reaction between iodine and vitamin C is completed. So here we are seeing this much 25 ml of iodine solution reacts with the vitamin C solution and no color is appeared still. Now again we are adding 25 ml of iodine solution to this vitamin C solution, to which we have already added 25 ml of iodine solution. So here I am again adding. So you just see, now we get the color of iodine. So this much of excess of iodine I am going to add. This is about 7 ml, right? So this is the analyte. Now we are going to titrate the excess of iodine against m by 10 sodium thiosulfate solution. So n by 10, which is filled in the burette, and its initial reading is 0. Now we are going to titrate this iodine and vitamin C solution against the sodium thiosulfate solution. So you just see, color of iodine solution disappears and the final reading of the burette is, it is about 1.7 ml. Now we are seeing, when we titrate this vitamin C solution against iodine, then we get brown color, and if we titrate back titration, then we get vitamin C color at the end point. Let's do the calculation part. So first what we are going to do, we are going to calculate how much iodine solution is in excess in the analyte, right? So how we are going to come to know? Here we are going to determine the volume for iodine solution, which is in excess, and M1, which is equal to 0.012 molar for the prepared iodine solution. This I have discussed in my previous video. Now coming to the volume V2 for sodium thiosulfate. So this is taken from the burette, which is equal to the difference between the final reading to the initial reading, right? So final reading is 1.7 and initial reading is 0. So we get 1.7 ml of sodium thiosulfate solution and its molarity is m by 10. Now coming to the coefficients of redox titration for iodine and sodium thiosulfate solution. So these A1 for iodine, it is equal to 2, and A2 for sodium thiosulfate is equal to 1. Here you will come to know by this redox reaction between the iodine and sodium thiosulfate solution. For iodine it is 2 and for sodium thiosulfate it is 1, right? So in either in this manner you can calculate, or as I explained in my previous video, you can also consider in that way. On putting all these values here in this equation, right? A1 is 2 and M1 is this much. Volume we are going to calculate, and here A2 is 1 and molarity of sodium thiosulfate is m by 10 and the volume consumed 1.7 ml. So on calculation we get V1 is equal to 7 ml. It means 7 ml of iodine is in excess, which I highlighted there in the measuring flask when we are preparing the analyte, right? So you can understand here again that 20 ml of vitamin C solution to which we have added excess of iodine, and the excess of iodine which is present in the analyte is 7 ml, right? So here is the 7 ml of iodine which we come to know by titrating it against the sodium thiosulfate solution, right? So in this manner you will come to know excess of iodine. So excess of iodine is this, rest of the iodine reacts with the vitamin C solution. So the rest of the volume is, we have initially added 50 ml of iodine solution to 20 ml of vitamin C solution, and from there we are subtracting the excess and we will get how much iodine solution of this molarity reacts with the vitamin C solution. So this is the volume which reacts with vitamin C solution. So here you may have a question, why we have done this back titration method, why not directly we do? So the answer of this question is that if you are doing the experiment with the fruit juices, then they immediately get oxidized, right? So it would be better to do the back titration for the highly sensitive or which readily hydrolyze to those solutions. We should prefer the back titration method. Now coming to the calculation for the vitamin C present in the given solution. So here again we are writing this equation for redox titration. A1 M1 V1 is equal to A2 M2 V2. So this 1 stands for vitamin solution and 2 stands for iodine solution. So first we are just writing the values. Volume of vitamin C V1 this 20 ml I have taken. I don't know the concentration of this, so I have to calculate this. Volume of iodine solution which is reacted with this 20 ml of vitamin C solution, that is equal to V2, which we have calculated in our previous slide, that is 43 ml of iodine solution of this molarity reacts with this 20 ml. Now coming to the coefficients A1 and A2. So according to this equation, one ascorbic acid reacts with one iodine. So A1 is equal to 1 and A2 is equal to 1. Or putting these values in this equation. So 1 into 20 ml into molarity of vitamin C solution is equal to 1 into molarity of iodine solution into volume consumed of iodine solution, and in this manner I am going to know M1 is equal to this much. Now coming to the concentration of vitamin C in the given solution. So strength is equal to molarity into molecular weight of ascorbic acid, which is equal to molarity is this much mole per liters into molecular weight of ascorbic acid is 176.12 grams per mole. And on calculation, mole will be cancelled out by this mole and we will get the answer 4.54 grams per liter. I am going to change this grams into milligrams and this liter into 100 ml. So I will get finally 454 milligrams per 100 ml in the given solution. So which is very much close to the value given on the tablet wrapper, that is 500 milligram tablet is dissolved in 100 ml of the solution. So I hope guys you understand this back titration method, how we can perform and what are the calculations with detailed concept. So if you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you all. Thanks for watching.